Hey, there we go. I think I'm live. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. So I've been basically waiting on the streaming software to update because it was very broken when you're using any text editor. So, uh, back online now. Trying to finish up a few things from the last stream that I got really frustrated about. When it was crashing basically constantly anytime I changed any application that I was working in. So, trying to pick up where I was last time, we were working on disabling comments. Oliver had this great suggestion as well, which I want to look into after I get the first part done that I was working on before, and which is GitHub has a way of, they have a thing called code checks or just checks, I think. It's this API that gives you this access to let me see. It basically like shows a UI in the pull request that has a bunch more information on it that you can see. So I want to pull that up and try and use that as well. Oh shoot! I just quit the wrong thing. No, cancel. Quitting. Oh, hey, here we go. Where are we? There we are. Come back. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll do that as well. I wanted to pick up where I left off though, which was we were adding some stuff here into the comparator so that I could really quickly, easily see if there are errors or warnings on the build differences between them without having to do all that introspection into all of the different build artifacts or artifact deltas. Really, really difficult digging into a bunch of different things. So I'm going to pull that up. I don't even have my editor running right now, so let's do that. Oh, I forgot it broke too. My shortcuts are broken. Nothing works as usual. Let's see. Build tracker projects. I got two I gotta pull up today. Build tracker, this one. There's build tracker. We'll bump that size up for everybody. There we go. Okay. And let's check where the changes are here. Oh yeah, lots of changes. Okay, so we've got some tests. We've got some changes. I think we did a little bit of refactoring as well in there. Let me get the tests running. Let's see, get that watching, see where everything was left off, because I honestly do not remember. Pull that code up and the test. Okay, so we've made getters for errors and warnings and unexpected hash changes. So that's what we've got there. I think we may want to end up caching that as well. There's no reason that we need to do a bunch of loops, slightly expensive calculations if we need to reference it a bunch of times. So I think that's the next thing that I'll do if there isn't anything left broken from last time. Let's see. And of course, everything's always going really slow. I should probably mute some text messages here. All right. Oh, all the tests are passing. Awesome, awesome. So let's jump in and do that caching quick. So each one of these, you can see like in matrix artifacts here that we have this private variable that ends up getting cached so that we don't have to recompute this every time. So we'll do the same thing Should be a fairly simple change. So in all three of these, I think we're going to do the exact same pattern actually. So we'll just say if not, we'll just do errors. Move that in, and then we'll actually assign that here. So yeah, really simple caching. We'll need to add this up here. We're going to get a warning. Property errors does not exist. And so we want to add that. While I'm up here, I will add all three of them. So we get a private entry for errors. I don't actually know what that content is again. Oh yes. This. We may want to make a helper for that since we're using it quite a few times here. We can come back to that as usual. So private warnings and private unexpected hash changes. And that one, I remember just glancing at that, we only give an error for that one. If I could type a little bit better. My music is a little too loud. There we go. Still getting used to microphone. I actually have a swing arm stand for the microphone, but microphone actually showed up and doesn't have threading where it's supposed to. Sorry. Someone is sending me funny messages on my phone right now, and it's very distracting. So I will just mute that. What was I saying? I don't even know now. So we'll just get back to this because I don't know what I was saying. We'll do the exact same pattern again. So we just wrap the expensive call in an if statement, or the expensive logic, and then cache the value inside of that and return it outside. Very, very simple way to cache values within a larger class. Oops. Come on. Warnings. If not, really fun stuff to watch me do. I know it's pretty early for most people, but deal with it. Get up earlier. That's what I say. We need to return this out. And once again, assign it. Okay, now we could write a test for it. It's not a really big thing, but it's easy enough. I'll show how to write a test to assert that something is cached. It could be something that you want to ensure in the future doesn't regress. For something larger, where caching is very important for your application, a very important piece of it, where you could actually break something if it has an issue or stops caching. Okay, all our tests are still passing, so at this point we will add. Come on, why is that? Oh boy, what is happening here? Here we go, errors. So we can just add another test case here to each one of these. So we got warnings and unexpected hash changes. So let's just add one down to the end and say, do I want to say that it's cache? Usually you want to check that like the expensive function is not called again. I don't actually have a good way to do this. Oh, we can actually do an identity check here. So we can do a deep equal check. it's maybe the better way to do it than checking on the implementation method, which would be if basically in here you had something that's saying like this is calling some public function where we say like return this dot foo, and you actually mock out or spy on this dot foo. That's an implementation detail, so it's not a great test because it doesn't necessarily hold up over time. So we can say is cached calculated value is cached. So instead what we'll do is a little deep equals, we'll just give this one, we're going to copy all this setup from this test and just change it a little bit here. So we can actually, we don't really care about the actual value here. What we care about is that call 1 and call 2, we want it to use a 2b. So this is an identity check. It asserts that these are the exact same instance of an array that we're given. So we can actually do the exact same test for warnings down here. I may have to change the setup a little bit. These 2 spots, warnings, budget level. This should just be a warn. I think that's all we really need. Let's just try that for those 2. See that test. While that test is running, actually, would anybody like to see my donut? Let me get my preview up. Here's my donut. I made donuts last weekend. This one is just a plain range raised donut that I pulled up. What's going on here? My frame is not working. There it is. Little pink donut with fancy sprinkles by request. This one was made. Oh, cool. Test has passed. So I'm going to also munch on this donut. I hope you don't mind my rude way of chewing while talking. See, all right. We need one more test for the unexpected hash changes. And this one is an array again, so I can do the same thing and do an identity check here. Instead of 2b or 2 equal, we say 2b. Same thing. And we'll see why this other file says it's needs saving. Probably doesn't. Oh, it's because I made forward changes. Okay. Test should be running. Waiting for tests. Oh, it's just so slow, as always. There we go. Okay. I think all of that slowness has to do with TypeScript, which makes me unhappy. Because all of these run in just a few milliseconds. Should be much faster than that than these 32 seconds that it took to run. Okay, so the point of what I was doing, if we go back to browser here, was in our action, in our build tracker action, which is kind of the main point I want to get back to. I don't have a project for that, so let me pull this up. In our build tracker action, oh, we have some changes though. What we want to do is, where we left off was we wanted to be able to disable comments if there are no errors or warnings or unexpected hash changes, because we get something I refer to as like comment fatigue, where too many things are being shown at once. or too many things are showing it's too much noise, not enough signal when things are going well. And this is actually something that we did at Twitter the same way, is we just don't show the comments if there are no errors or warnings. Unfortunately, we don't use GitHub, so cannot share that code. So here's where we're saying we made some comment config here, and we need to double check in two things. So if we want, oh, here it is, fail on error. So no, not fail on error. It was, let me look it back up because I don't remember where I'm at. Oh, here it was. We were setting different values. So true, false, errors, or warnings was what we wanted to check. So where warnings would show comments for anything that is warnings or errors. True would be all cases, or would always show errors. False would be it would never show errors. And errors would, or false would be it would never write comments, and errors would only write comments when there are errors or unexpected hash changes. I think those fall into, actually those, we'll put those into warnings. And then, so the issue was that we wanted a cheap and easy way to be able to check whether we have something to show or not. So otherwise it's a little bit difficult. So that's where, like, this whole thing, we were like checking internally if there's an error in here, we can reuse that. In this comment function, then we can decide up at the top, oh, here we go, comment config has errors. So, oh, we already wrote the code for that. Look at that. So this is what we expected to be able to have. So actually what I was just saying is we want to add or comparator dot unexpected hash changes greater than 0. There we go. Okay. So this is more or less working. There's a little bit more work to do on it, but we'll need to put up a pull request, review that other change, and then merge it and publish it and then test it. So let's go back to here. We'll move over to another branch. We'll call this one comparator warnings. And there was actually an issue that I saw earlier today. I was trying to run the app and it was actually failing. So let me run a TypeScript check as soon as this is done. Oh boy, maybe I can do it now. Taking forever because everything is happening. Soon, almost. Good stuff. Was that a fun 65 seconds? So this will be a feature for comparator. I'm just prepping my commit here. Comparator, add getters for errors, warnings. There we go. So in comparator line 148, we have a little error. Oh, here we go. Get failing budgets from row. What was this change that we were doing? Get failing budgets from row. Oh, because we ended up not using it. We ended up not reusing this bit of logic here. I wonder if we wanted to, if that's a really necessary thing. Let's see. It seems like not, because we ended up doing something totally different. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Oops, and I had an error, a lint error over here. Good thing I looked over. Calculated value is cached. It would be great if I spelled that correctly. Okay, so let's try and commit that. See what we come up with. Waiting. Story of my life working. Waiting. I'm gonna do some stuff over here. Don't mind me. Where are we? Why is this so slow today? I blame TypeScript as usual. Somebody on Twitter asks, is there any plans for Docker build kit support? I don't know what that is. So I'm going to ask. I don't know. So I will just reply there. Let's see. Oh, still waiting. Forever waiting. Let's see. All right, I think the next thing to do here is probably going to be to rip out TypeScript or rewrite how TypeScript is done. So things that are happening right now is I'm using the original ways that TypeScript was recommended, which is using TS loader in Webpack and using TS jest, but frankly, it's too slow in a real world development environment that it just takes too long to run. I'm gonna just run it without running any of these tasks. Come on. Like it's just such an expensive bit of code here to do anything. Come on. There we go. So we'll just run this with no verify. Oh, come on. Let's see. Sign that commit and push that up so we can make a pull request. So a lot of things to do. all of a sudden, always. Let's make the pull request first, review it, and then I will take a look and just make it shorter. Let's see, problem. It's difficult for integrations using Parator to quickly see if a comparison instance has errors, warnings, or unexpected hash changes without looping through all of the matrix rows and internal bits. All right. Solution is to create 3 getters. That'll be errors, warnings, and unexpected hash changes that can okay, and let's create this pull request. I have no idea if the chat is actually working. Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna wait on these checks here while we go back to our build tracker action and take a look. So just remind myself, that was this. So we're passing it in the value of BT comment in here, and we're saying, okay, if errors, and I don't have errors, then return. If I'm using warnings, and okay, and I don't have warnings or errors, then return. The one issue is that I need to maybe delete an old version of the comment, because the way this works down here is we attempt to update a comment if one was left already. So that's in the case where you've already put up your pull request, but you want to update it with a new commit. Let's see if it has shown up yet. No, it doesn't. So I think what I'll do is like a new function called, let's see, what are we doing here? So we had maybe comment. Let's add another async function called maybe delete comment. Maybe delete comment. And I'm actually going to change this first one to maybe add comment. And I use maybe because it might do it. So I don't want the expectation of that function to be that it's always going to add a comment. I'm saying it might add a comment. So here we've got maybe delete comment, and I'm going to have to look up what to do here. But before we return on either of these cases, and I could actually lump them together into a single if statement. And then I can get rid of this bit. Let's see, so then I will await maybe delete comment, and we pass in all the same things: config, octokit, context, API response, and comment config. Okay, now we're gonna have to figure out how to delete that comment. And in the true nature of a lot of multitasking, I'm going to look through all the things. So slight increase. This is our GitHub action in action. We are increasing a little bit here. It's actually a little bit more than I expected to see. I didn't think I added that much code. So it says here the app. Wow, that is a lot more than I expected. Let's go back and take a look at what our changes were. Oh, hey, Milo's here. Milo, do you want to say hi? You want to say hi, buddy? Yeah, hey, buddy. He wants to be in the way. He's looking for anything he can steal off my desk to be a little terror. Aren't you a little terror? Come on, bud. Let's go down. Go play with Jake over there. Okay. Bye, Milo. Why does this keep happening? There we go. Okay. So, in our code, that's just test. I added some code. It doesn't seem like it should be that much. I'm interested in digging into that maybe at some other point. It's mostly just test, which is what I would have expected. And I also like that this change, so doing a review now, I actually like that it dropped the hash down to the bottom, although I think I would prefer if all of the errors stayed at the top. So those are the most important things to see. So in my summary, I'm going to go back and fix that quick before we merge this in. And then I remember all these tests, they were all good. Let's double check that anything in here. Not what we don't expect. So in order to get failing budgets for a row, we say, here are the rows that I have. They're either artifact rows or group rows. And I pass a level into that as well so that I can get failing budgets for different levels at a different time. And I assume if I don't add one, it'll check all. So let's double check that. So for each reduce, or each row, or for all of the rows, we're reducing them down to a single array of failures. And for each row, we look and we find deltas or total deltas only. And we ensure that if the level is included up here, we check that level. If it's not that level, then we ignore it. Otherwise, for each failing budget, we add that. Okay, that's fairly simple. And then we reuse that in these couple places. So here we error, warn for groups and artifacts, and we lump them all together into a single array. For unexpected hash changes, we do something a little bit different. So for each artifact, we reduce those down to rows. We check the deltas. We say has unexpected hash change. If so, then we throw it in. Nice and simple. And then in the summary, so this is where I think, oh, you know what? It might be because groups, where are you? Yeah, because groups come first and then artifacts in each errors and warnings. It might be a little bit funny. Get failing budgets from row. Oh, okay, yeah. So we get the groups, then we get the artifacts. We don't really sort them. So I guess they're sorted by the way that they would show up in the table itself. I think that's probably fine to keep with in that same way. So we'll go with this, although, yeah, so there's nothing actually to change here. Let me get back to the code and, okay, we're all good. I'm going to squash and merge this. and pull it down. Back over to master. Let's see, why does it keep installing things here? It should not be doing that. May want to look at updating DocuSource again. Wonder if that's behind or not. Okay. Wow, this is taking forever. Maybe I just need a better computer. What do you think? Somebody want to get me a better computer? Although right now it would probably take like 2 months to get any computer, right? Feels like nothing is really showing up very quickly when you're ordering it. Let's see, almost done. All right, pull. Oh, up to date. Oh, because it actually pulls when I do that. Oh, it updated because I merged in a potential security issue that fixed a thing in Lerna. Here we go. So git stat, git log. We can actually see what those are. So there's an issue in HTTPS proxy agent, which we pulled in. And here's our last commit. Fixes that issue. Let's just double check things. I'll run a build here and start up the app locally. Do I even need to do that? Maybe not. I'll do it anyway, and then run a publish so that our GitHub action can actually work, and then we'll start testing out that action. I can actually test it on a pull request for the actual build tracker code base itself. I will do that, exactly that, once this build finishes. It's definitely too early for y'all, isn't it? Because I am the only one, what it seems like, online right now. Come on, it's Saturday. It's 9:44 a.m. You should be getting up at crack of dawn. I don't get up that early, but I do like getting up early. Where'd all my cats go? They all left. I could have shared them while we're waiting for all the things to happen. I guess I can start researching in the OctoKit. Where's our code? In the OctoKit code, because I need to be able to delete comments. So I'm gonna guess. So I'm just gonna hack in some code real quick. So we got this start group function. This is these group things tell the GitHub action when you're running it to like kind of collapse the logs together, which is a really nice, fun way to make things a little easier to read. So for previous comment, and then we'll have another group called deleting comment if we end up with a comment. We'll say removing. Deleting is fine. Doesn't really matter. So we're going to need this same logic here. So why don't we actually pull this out? We'll say async function get previous comment. Let's see. Yeah, so let's go return comment ID. So that'll be undefined if we don't get it. And we can actually move this group into there. And then up here, previous comment. And what do we need in here? We're going to need OctoKit and whatever comment info is. That seems like it. So kit. Where's comment info? Oh, you know, we can, let's move this in there as well. Well, do we want to do that? No, we'll duplicate this for now. So OctoKit comment info. And let's see, issue number comes from number. What is that? Oh, you know what? This is an error. So that comes from context.issue. So we can move that and get it here because we have context.issue. So okay, and we'll do the same thing down here. Comment input issue number. Actually, you know, I can pass that in. I think I will create this again. Maybe that's a good case for another function here. So it just seems like there may be some logic that we need. Comment info, and that we just need context for. There we go, and then pull that out. And then down here again, take that off. Oh, we'll need context on this function. Okay, make things a little bit simpler. Am I missing something? No, that's it. There we go. Okay. How are we doing on, what were we waiting on? Oh, build. Oh, wow, that's still happening. Oh, that's brutally slow. Let's see. Okay, pull that down. And we'll want to hold off and say if no comment info, we can just return. There's nothing to do because again, this is maybe a delete comment. And let's see. And we want to delete the previous comment. So I want to find out what that is. Well, we have the comment. So I'm going to guess, and we're going to have to look up the docs here. Kit issues delete comment. Just an absolute guess because we've got create comment, and then we just say comment. update comment. Oh, here we go. Comment ID. This is hopefully all we need. Actually, we might need context repo. Yep, we'll need that. That might be it. We're gonna find out, I guess. So let's go. Actually, what was this package again? I always forget. Actions core. Actions core, that's what I want. Find out what methods are available to us here. Oh, of course, they don't actually tell me what's all available. Thanks. Time to read the source. Okay, command maybe? What is going on? This is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. What? How does this work? It seems like this package is like an interesting, essentially like a proxy for another API. Action inputs can get input. Logging. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Was it a different package? Let's see. It's it was OctoKit that I wanted, which is something else. Oh. OctoKit. Oh, is this it? Let's see, delete. Comment. Ah, delete comment. Okay. That's on yes. Oh, it's still loading too. Can I not delete comments? No. Oh, there it is. Delete comment. So I need owner, repo, and comment ID. So let's narrow that down. Context of repo. I think it's repo. Should we just find out? What do you think? Let's just try doing what we had before. It's a little like somewhat unsafe and usually not recommended, but it's a good guess that I had of saying octokit.issues.delete comment. Let's see. Actually, let's go back up here and say, we'll just add a log. Let's not do anything. Okay, so this should work. Cross your fingers. So what I'm gonna do is jump on into this repo, commit a branch, and then we will update the build tracker in a new branch for a PR to point the action to this branch that we're doing here. Oh, comment options. That's what we're already started on. Okay. So we got comments, so we added new stuff. Now we've changed some things. So we've got comment collapse table and comment filter table rows. So it's a little bit more specific. We may have to change some things. Okay. See if we have any previous commits. Just one. Initial commit, bad history. I did some things. Refactor. Oh, we'll call this feature. It's a bit more of a feature. Allow. Let's keep it short. So push that up, and we can go back to our editor for build tracker. And what we'll do is in our action file, so on pull requests, we've got build tracker action. We'll change the branch here to use comment options. Branch, and now I need to I need to remember what those options were that we actually set in the YAML file. So side by side. Let's see, we've got, this should be comment filter table rows, and then we've got BT comment. So let's make this just say errors for now. I don't really need quotes on that. BT comment collapse table is default that way. Fail on error is false right now. Okay, I don't think anything else changed that we need to be aware of. So first off, I want to make there be an error. So there actually let's make it warnings, because there already is a warning set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test warnings. Then I'm going to essentially change the error or warning level in the repo, push up an update to the PR for that, and then the comment should go away. And then I'll do the same thing with testing errors and see if it does the same thing. So we'll make a new branch here. Update. Oh, why are you running yarn again? You don't need to do that. There we go. Chore date build tracker action. Okay, we'll push this branch up and quick create a pull request. Let's see. Oops, went to a wrong window here. We'll just leave this blank for now, come back to it, because I'm really just, oh, we'll do a work in progress. Where are you? Draft pull request, that's what I want. Okay, now we're just gonna wait for those to run. And let's see. Waiting. Let's see, where's build? We'll watch it. Installing. Hey Milo, do you want to come play? You want to jump on the screen? Yeah, buddy. Oh, here's a Milo. Hey, bud. What you doing? Nope, you're squirmy. You're very squirmy. Arr. But you gotta be out of the way if you're gonna be up here, Milo. He's just sitting on my arm. Yeah. Okay, building. Milo, I don't want your butt on me. Stop. He just wants to be around. That's okay. He's a good terror cat. Building. Ooh, okay. We are now running. Ooh, it did it. Oh, it failed. What did I screw up? We're on. Oh. What? Cannot read length of undefined. Maybe add con. I screwed something up and maybe add comment. Where's the rest of the? Oh boy. What did we do here? Did it? It should have actually told us it was in there. Oh, I forgot to publish. Sorry, I forgot to publish build tracker so that it would actually pull in the new version. Let me do that quick. Why doesn't it work? Probably because it can't read errors or warnings on anything. Milo, why? Why? No, no. You don't need to eat the donut crumbs. It would be really nice if I could make GitHub actions within a monorepo. It would make this a lot easier to test. Okay, so I need to go to yarn build, even though we already did it. Oh, actually, nothing changed since I did that, right? No, nothing changed. So let's publish. It should ask us a bunch of questions. You get to see the publish flow. Lots of fun. Current version, beta 15. Pretty soon I will do a full 1.0 release. Soon. I just have that like fear of the unknown. What did I screw up? And I don't want to have to like publish a whole bunch of bug fix releases. At the same time, it's really no difference. Build tracker is pretty stable at this point. I don't think there are like large. There aren't any real API changes that are happening in the near future, so it should be totally fine. Maybe we'll get that done this week. It's finally getting sunny outside for me. It was really cloudy and cold this morning. So I want to go, well, I don't want to, but I do need to tend to some plants in the backyard. They are in a bad situation. They have not been trimmed, or they're also full of pine needles because they fall out of the trees. Come on, please do the thing. I wonder if there's something wrong. Something hogging up all my computer today. That's probably OBS. Let's see. What are we doing? Come back. I can't even list what my CPU is doing right now. Yep, OBS is using 100%, 109 actually. Just all of it. Take it all. Plus a little. Okay, well, that just is what it is, I guess. Not too much can be done here. Other than wait. Yay. Okay, so we need to do that, but I'm actually, yeah, so the problem is cannot read property length. I don't know why the stack trace is a little odd here, because it's, what is comment options? Build tracker action comment options. Because that's not a file that exists. There is no comment options. This is on line 72. Weird. I don't know why they renamed my file to comment options, but this is where it's failing on checking length right here. So where are we at, Lerna? Do the thing, please. Oh, finally. Okay. Publishing. Okay, so then in the build tracker action, I need to update the dependency to, oh wow, we're on beta 10. 16, this should actually be 15 as well, I think. I don't remember which one is latest now. Let's see, API client package, where are we at? We're on 15 there. Okay. There we go. Okay, successful publish. Got some new versions up. I'm gonna, yeah, no, we don't need to. Commit. This will be update dependencies. I have a really hard time spelling when I'm trying to say the word out loud as well. Hey, this didn't work. Whoa, oh yeah. Need to actually also add those. Okay, not bit push, git push. Okay, now when this runs again, which actually I need to force it to run again. I can actually do rerun jobs now, I believe. I'm gonna give it a second just so that, let's just try it. Go! And see if that will pick it up right away. Let's see. You know, I probably should have documented the feature we added for comparator to the docs. I did a bad job of reviewing my own pull request, in which it actually has checkboxes in the template that said I should have done it. I can show you exactly where that is. Sometimes when you're cowboy coding, you don't do things. Look at that. I didn't do this, and I should have. So we'll do that later, because I don't think I'm good at writing docs when y'all are watching me. Milo is pacing. He wants someone to play with him so bad. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you know what? I should have referenced this pull request. Well, we'll wait for this to finish first. Watch the build. Reading. Let's get those details again. Still building. Oh, it ran. Let's see, updating. Interesting. I wonder why that's part of no previous comment found. Create a new comment. Okay, so there should be a comment here. Okay. Awesome, awesome. We did not configure that correctly. That's okay. That should have been collapsed. So, oh, why did this? Oh, you know, because I moved to master on that. Yes, I meant branch. No, not S branch. Git branch, not sparse branch. Wow, I can't type today. BT action update. Let's see. Doing things. Oh, here, comment filter table rows. Was that not? Oh, I didn't update it here. This should be comment. Oh, I did a bad job. Comment collapse table, comment filter table rows. Forgot to update those. Why didn't y'all tell me about that? Comment. Okay, so we'll fix that one up. Jump over here. Options. So, okay, now we've got that up. Let me put that in, push that change. And then in where we're testing this, what I want to do is change the, I'm going to change the threshold so that we actually don't end up with that warning anymore. So what I want to test is that this comment gets deleted the next time I update it. So the issue that we had was the group failed a warning budget of above this level. So let's see, comment is on warnings, and then I gotta go into my config. It'll be in here actually. Build tracker. Oh no, I have to redeploy the entire application to do that. Shoot. Yeah, because the budgets come from the server itself. So I guess what I could do is delete a bunch of code to make that warning go away, which is, I guess, not too hard. So let's jump into app. So I can just like full on delete a big feature of the application. We'll go in here and just like pull out. I'll just pull out the entire drawer. I bet that would do something. Get rid of drawer ref. Okay, so that should let me, that should allow me to cut off a big chunk of the app if it works. And let's see. Yeah, because it's not a separate package itself. App client. So these are the items. Oh, I could have actually just gone. I could go to the build tracker UI and filter that. Double check. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, date picker comparison. So removing the drawer view should actually remove a substantial piece of the app. So if this passes up and out, jeez, Milo's under my foot. Hey, buddy. Why you gotta be down there? Ah, kitty cat. I'm a terror. I want to be under your foot. Coding with cats. Code with cats. Okay, I'm just gonna not do this because you know what? Honestly, expletive, you TypeScript, you suck. If it's not any secret, I don't like TypeScript because of how slow it is. In that sense, it just gets in the way. No verify. So I think what I can do, I said it earlier, but I think what I can do is refactor the way that TypeScript is being used and use it the way that Flow is used, which is to only use it as a check and not actually use it for compiling. You rely on Babel for all your compilation, which is much faster. All the Babel plugin does is it strips out the types and it ignores them. So it doesn't actually have to do the checks while it's building, which speeds things up a lot. Okay, so now this should be updated. And we're gonna watch for those builds again. So I won't be able to check errors because I actually don't have an error configured, but I can maybe just trust what I'm doing. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I don't trust myself to do whatever, because clearly I've failed multiple times today on what I was doing. Where's our build? Let's jump into there. What do you think, Milo? What do you think? Should we be blue? Is that better? Nah. Building. This usually takes a minute or so. Milo, come here. Just be in the frame. He just wants to be right off frame and not actually part of the stream. As soon as I pick him up, he'll get all squirmy. No, I don't want it. Squirm. Yeah, you can be right here. Kind of in the view. But don't eat the keyboard. Quit eating the keyboard. Oh, you want to fight? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Arr. Milo. Oh, it failed to build. What did it complain about? Ow, Milo, stop. Okay, you gotta go down because you're being mean. Oh, crap. It looks like I have to try and build it locally to find out why. Oh, type check failed too. So if I would have actually finished running that type check, it would have told me. Property drawer ref is missing. In what? Where? Line 25? Oh. You know, we can actually just leave that here. Wait. If I just take out the drawer view and delete here, that should make it okay. See, it's just so slow. It should be done by now. The problem is TypeScript, unlike Flow, doesn't run a server in the background. So it actually has to rerun everything every time you run it, which is silly. That it's really bad at like caching. It's not running in the background on its own. And if it is running in the background, it's super expensive to be running. We just don't want to do this. Let's see. It just takes far too long. I'm gonna run it over here, and on this side, just try to push through. And I bet that the GitHub build will finish before this TypeScript check does. Just watch me. Oh, you know, I'm gonna force push. And also, one of these days, I'm gonna go back and figure out why I could never get that blog I was setting up to work with GitHub. It seemed to it's like a domain issue. It's telling me that my domain is not allowed to like proxy through or like work on here. What is it? It's this. Like, I've done everything they told me to do. I've read all the documentation, but it says there's nothing there. If I go to Git, what is it? It's, I guess this. And then it forwards to the domain, and then it's like, nah, can't do it. It's really, really frustrating. Okay, so over here, let's see where we're at. Who's gonna win first? We're still running the TypeScript build. If we do this, put them side by side, see who wins. Is TypeScript going to win, or is oh, TypeScript actually did finish. 106 seconds though. You took 1:46 to run. That should have finished in like 4 seconds. That's what I expect. 4 seconds or less for a check like this. So that's my feedback for anybody working on TypeScript. Make it faster. Make it not be in my way. I'm just going to change that into a watch and see if it can do. Okay. Oh, failed. But we actually got to it. Comment ID is not defined. Okay, so we made some progress, and now we can actually work over here. Maybe delete. I need comment ID. Oh, did I? Oh. I forgot to actually get the comment ID. So this get comment info. Where are you? Oh, because I need the comment ID out of the comment info, right? Is that the issue? No, the comment ID actually comes from somewhere else. So we wrote that function get previous comment, which returns the comment ID. So here and maybe delete. Get previous comment ID octo kit and context. So comment info should always exist actually. Let's pull that down. Oh, I'm so annoyed with myself. This will actually be faster to check, so I can push. We can just rerun those checks because this build should always pull latest from the comment options branch that we're pushing up. So rerun all jobs. Take a little bit less time. Hey, let's look at notifications. Y'all want to see what I'm doing over here? So I got the beta notifications, which are really cool. Oh, we can get rid of these. I'm done with that. A bunch of random things down here. It's that OBS issue that appears to be fixed. So we'll done those. And things that are important. This one's don't need. Let's take a look at these normalizer issues while we wait. If anybody's a normalizer user, should let me know. Releases introduces fallback strategy method, which is not usable with TypeScript because of missing types. Cool. Let's see. Sure, seems to work. We'll squash and merge. Oh, what? Why does it not want me to do this? Oh, it's just because I haven't reviewed. I will provide a review quick and see where we're at over here. Multitasking. Boom. Squash and merge. I don't really feel like publishing just yet is the problem. Normalizer takes some. Oh, well, maybe this will help. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. I'd asked for updates on here to make things a little bit easier to read through. So let's see. Use another. Is that it? Books, authors, do not like books. So our fallback strategy is here. Okay, sure. Oh, so I'm supposed to review? Well, while that's going, ooh, did it work? I think it worked. Deleting previous comment. Just kind of says it did. So this comment should be gone. What do we think? Success! Oh, that's really good. Cool. I don't know what else I have to do. I didn't actually think that was gonna work. So, cool. Oh shoot, I wanted that. There you are. Let's see. Let's see. So we've got problem and solution. I really like the problem solution format for changes where you'd like somebody else to review. It allows you to kind of more succinctly break down what you're trying to do. So even if it's a feature enhancement, you can say, you know, I have this problem of I want to be able to do X, but it doesn't exist. So you can say the solution is I'm going to add the ability to do X by this, and you can kind of like shortly, succinctly explain what you're going to be doing. Merging is blocked on that. So I'm going to come back to that after I think I have to just accept this. Thanks for the update. And now I can merge that in. Wash and merge. And this will be a docs change. Cool. Okay. We're down to 2 pull requests. These are not timely necessary. Okay, cool. Let's see if those went away. Okay, done with that. Sorry for the divergence. I should probably check that the comment can come back. So what I'm going to do is undo all my changes. And oh, you know what? I didn't want to recommit. Okay, so we'll test that comment goes back, and then once that is done, assuming it passes, we'll finish up this. Oh, did I edit this? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Where was I? Here we go. Making this this pull request. So the pull request is going to be each add comment options, disable errors, warnings only. Okay, and the problem is the noise ratio can get too high if we are always in comment, even if there are no failing budgets, errors, warnings, or See, I can't spell when I'm I can't spell when I'm also, or when I'm typing and talking at the same time. difficult. Add an option was it comment? Let's see, what was that option that we added? BT comment. Let me actually spell all these out so we get a better detail. True, always add a comment to PRs. False, never add a comment. Errors, only add comments when there are error level failing budgets. Warnings, only add comments there are warning level. Let me, I can't add, shoot. I will ping the issue creator separately. Let me double check. Oh, and then changes breaking. What was it? BT clips. Oops. Is now BT comment filter table row. All right, how are we doing on this? Okay, passed, and there is a comment. It is back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let me double check the code I wrote. Files changed 286. Oh boy. That is because we check in node modules. Let's just not worry about it. Okay, so here's our default. Default is true. What's the default? And oh, index is what I'm looking at. So maybe I comment. Let me see Paul. Where's Paul Irish? This is GitHub name. Oh, just go. Okay, cool. So that is pretty good for the stream today. I've been going for a while, actually. It looks like hour and 36 minutes, which is not too bad. I want to get it further in and be able to not have to do so much waiting around all the time for everything. So maybe later, maybe sometime this weekend, I will try and do that. The change I've been talking about, which, you know, changing the way build tracker is built to not use TypeScript as the compiler, you just default to using Babel. So we'll only use TSC as a check. And so we'll get rid of like TS jest, so tests go faster. We'll get rid of, we'll probably still have to use TS node for some things. So we use that for like running some of the CLI commands, which is probably okay. But we'll get rid of TS loader in the Webpack config for the web app, which will allow us to, again, just use build tracker. So we'll have to do a couple things there. Let me know if that seems like an interesting thing. I know refactors are something that not a lot of people get to do a lot. And oftentimes you have to have some pretty specialized knowledge to do some of that, or some people do have specialized knowledge that helps them do it a little bit faster. And I think I've done it quite a few times. So if that's an interesting thing that you might want to watch, let me know and I can do it on the live stream. Otherwise, I will just run and do it on my own. Yeah. So that's my day. I'm gonna go prune some plants, clean up some pine needles, and stay home. I hope everybody is safe, staying home, and having a good a time as you can. Until next time, I'll try and post a little bit more forewarning, try and nail down a little bit more of a schedule too. And hopefully Monday, I will be able to mount my mic up on a stand so it's not sitting in front of me. Might make me a little bit able to concentrate a little bit better on what I'm doing. Again, I'm just having fun with this. It's no real point in me doing live streams other than it kind of forces me to work on some of this stuff. And I think it's like really good practice for interview style type stuff. So oftentimes when you're interviewing for a tech job, they ask you to like do a problem and talk through what you're doing and why you're doing it. So I'm trying to do that a little bit more. And it always feels like you're talking to yourself when you're doing that. So instead of like being afraid of doing that in a group setting, you can kind of practice it a bunch by yourself and talk it out. Yeah, that's about all I got. Let me know what y'all want to see, what would be interesting to watch, or if there's just stuff I can like walk through. I don't even have to write code, but I like to. So again, let me know. Until next time, everybody stay safe, have fun.